It's time for a short holiday on the farm. The machines can take a break after days of hard work, while the farm enjoys the calm of a summer day. A moment of rest before the next challenges begin in the fields. The farmer in the green tractor decided to take a break and go fishing. To get ready for the trip, he backs up to the camping trailer parked at the end of the yard. Slowly and carefully, he maneuvers the machine until the hitch connects perfectly. Now everything is ready for a short journey away from the farm. Before heading to the river, he decided to pack a few things. Firewood was loaded into the trailer, ready for a small campfire. A comfortable chair was added, perfect for relaxing by the water. And finally, the fishing rod, an essential companion for any fishing trip, found its place among the gear. The tractor with the trailer set off, leaving the farmyard behind. The road led through green meadows and wide fields, which it passed slowly, enjoying the peaceful surroundings. With every turn of the wheels, it came closer to the river, where a well-deserved rest awaited. When the farmer finally reached his favorite fishing spot, he started unpacking the trailer. First, he took out the firewood and carefully stacked it next to the campfire spot. He knew that later in the evening, a warm flame would be useful to light up the riverbank and make his fishing time more pleasant. The farmer could finally sit by the pond and relax. It was his moment of peace, free from work, stress, and daily worries. He enjoyed the calm, the sound of the water, and the still surface of the pond, though he knew this rest would not last long, as the farm would soon call him back to his duties. Pleasures end quickly, and the holiday by the pond was over. The next day, the farmer returned to his daily duties. He parked the camping trailer back in its place and hitched up the baler to the tractor. Another task awaited in the field, because life on the farm never slows down for long.
Began on the farm. The sun was slowly rising over the fields, and Farmer Barney looked toward the old chicken coop. The roof was crooked, the wooden boards were falling off, and the door barely closed. Barney sighed and said to himself,
"This chicken coop won't last much longer. It's time to build a new one."
He immediately went to get his tractor with the wooden trailer. He knew it was going to be a busy day, but also another chance to do something good for his farm.
Today on the farm, it's time to spread manure on the field. Barnage, the farm owner, has just assigned the task to his workers. Starting his day, Barnage walks toward the manure pile, passing by the cows peacefully grazing in the meadow. Along the way, he notices the pigs happily rooting in the mud. It's clear that everyone is ready for the work ahead, time to load the manure and prepare the field for the upcoming season. After a full day of work, the field is ready and the manure is spread evenly across the ground. Barnage and his workers finish their task, looking proudly at their work. It's time to return to the farm, where their work will help the land thrive and produce better yields in the coming season.
Barney was the new farmer on the farm. He had just moved in and already completed his first task, fixing a broken fence near the pasture. He was proud and ready for more.
Good job.
The next morning, Barney climbed onto his tractor and set off to check the farm to see if another fence might need fixing. As he drove across the meadow, something caught his eye. Lying in the grass was a large white egg. It wasn't in a nest, and there were no signs of any animals nearby. Barney stepped closer and looked carefully. The egg moved slightly.
What are you doing here?
He murmured to himself. Barney didn't want to leave the egg all alone out in the open.
What if it got cold? Or if something stepped on it by accident?
He knew he had to act. He carefully drove back to the barn and grabbed a few big bundles of soft, dry hay. On his trailer, he made a cozy nest, warm, safe, and cushioned from every side. When everything was ready, Barney gently picked up the egg and placed it exactly in the center of the hay. Then he drove it to a warm shed, where it would be safe from the wind and cold. All day long, Barney kept checking on it. Nothing happened at first, until suddenly crack. A small line appeared, then another, and finally, the egg split open. It was a chick, but not just any chick. It was an ostrich chick, with big curious eyes and soft gray fluff. It blinked at Barney and let out a gentle squeak. Barney was surprised but also relieved. Now it made sense. The egg must have come from the ostrich farm nearby, just across the hill. One of their birds probably laid the egg a bit too far from home, and no one noticed it was missing. The little ostrich looked healthy and full of energy. It stood up on wobbly legs and immediately started following Barney around like he was its new best friend.
Well, I guess you found the right farm after all, little one. Let's get you back where you belong.
After a while they reached the neighboring farm. The chick ran happily toward its family, reuniting with the other ostriches. Barney watched with a warm smile, proud that he could help.